Violence in GTA is not chaos. It is calculation. At first glance, Los Santos looks like a city driven by madness, random shootings, explosions, ambushes, griefing, endless conflict. It feels irrational. But if you slow down and look at the structure underneath, the violence suddenly becomes legible. Every gunfight emerges from scarcity. Limited money, limited territory, limited access to high-value missions, vehicles, or prestige. Too many players chasing too few advantages. Marx argued that violence is not the cause of exploitation, it is the symptom of economic arrangements that pit individuals against one another. When survival and success are organized through competition, conflict is no longer an accident. It becomes a rational response. The system rewards domination. It rewards speed. It rewards the elimination of rivals. Cooperation exists, but it is fragile. It only lasts as long as interests align. The moment resources become scarce again, the market logic reasserts itself. Conflict is not a moral failure, here it is an economically efficient strategy. Players do not fight because they are bad, they fight because the game defines survival in adversarial terms. Look at how progress works. You advance by outperforming others, not by stabilizing the environment. You secure resources by excluding rivals, not by sharing abundance. You protect what you own through force, not through trust. This is exactly what Marx meant when he described capitalism as a system that turns social relations into competitive relations. Other people stop appearing as collaborators in a shared world and start appearing as obstacles to your accumulation. And once that shift happens, violence no longer feels excessive. It feels necessary. That's why the brutality in GTA feels both extreme and strangely normal at the same time. The game doesn't need to persuade players to become aggressive. The economy does that on its own. What looks like random brutality is actually predictable behavior inside a market of forced competition. When resources are unequally distributed, conflict intensifies. When rewards scale faster than access, aggression accelerates. When status depends on visible domination, violence becomes spectacle. This isn't just about guns. It's about how systems translate pressure into behavior. Marx never described violence as a personal flaw. He described it as a social output. You change the structure, and behavior changes with it. Keep the structure the same, and no amount of moral preaching will reduce the conflict. GTA doesn't depict violent chaos. It depicts a hyper-rational economy of force. Because once you see that the violence is rational, the question changes. You stop asking, why are these people so violent? And you start asking, what kind of system makes violence the smart move? That's not just a question about Los Santos. That's a question about us.